Alrighty, YouTube. What is up? Even for work a little bit early today, because I think I finally got all this sorted out. I've been troubleshooting the camera and microphone situation for a couple days now, and I think I finally got it sorted out so that I can start doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to make some content. Get started on a YouTube channel. And yeah, so 450 Raven. 450 because I ride a CF Moto 450 NK, as you can see. And Raven because I do some music stuff. The moniker for that is Obsidian Raven. Do a little solo artistry, a little bit of everything, some electronic, some rock. It's kind of whatever interests me, and I just thought it would be a fitting name to go with. So yeah, welcome to the channel. As a precursor to the kind of content that I plan to do, probably just gonna do just a lot of videos of just riding around, kind of chit-chatting about things that interest me and things of that nature. Talking about various topics, music, social issues. I'm a big fan of board games and video games. I'm a parent of 3 kids and a very amazing, beautiful, loving wife. It's kind of whatever comes to mind for the most part is kind of the plan as I go down this journey. So I just recently got this bike. It's been going on almost 2 months now. I got it at the beginning of August, or like right before the beginning of August. So I guess it's been about a month really, but it's my first bike ever. I did grow up around bikes though. I had bikers in the family. My uncle is a big biker. My cousin is a biker. A lot of my cousins are bikers actually. So nothing entirely new to me, so to speak. I've been around motorcycles pretty much my whole life. And they were all Harley bros and cruisers and baggers. And I was always about sport bikes. But 30 years old, like I said, I've got 3 kids. So it took a little bit of convincing to get myself on one. And I figured a naked bike is kind of that good compromise. And after having had this experience and having sat on some sport bikes that friends own and stuff like that, I'm glad I made the decision I did. I honestly don't think I would ever want to own a sport bike now after having had this. Naked bikes are just super, super comfortable and just suit me. And also, I'm not really like a go fast kind of guy. I do obviously like giving it the beans a little bit, but I have no intentions on, pushing 120, 130, wrapping myself around a tree or any of that shit, so to speak. Yeah. So I picked this up sight unseen, basically. I was perusing the local dealership's inventory and saw this bike, and it just immediately struck with me. So this is what I ended up with, and like I said, I got pre-approved for it. I purchased it immediately, and never even sat on it before I ended up picking it up. But one of the best decisions I think I've ever made. I love this bike so much. So yeah. Anywho, topic for today. Not a whole lot of things, just kind of get to know me kind of thing. Um, like I said, I'm a big fan of music, big fan of board games. I also do photography, obviously video editing from this video and all that stuff you'll see. I've worked with a lot of local bands and some national and worldwide bands as well for music stuff. I've done mixing and mastering for quite a few artists that I've known over the years. Most notably, there's an artist that goes by the name Bullet of Reason. I've worked with him. I've worked with a artist called Life Decoded. Worked with a band locally that's blowing up. Their name is the Cellophane Parade. Super proud of those guys. Super stoked for them. Wonderful people. They deserve it. Love them to death. So yeah, once this semi goes here, we're gonna get on the highway for just a tiny little bit and give it the beans. Left for work, Jesus, a little early today just so I could shoot this because I had shot a video yesterday and the quality was dog shit. The microphone kinda was just nothing but wind noise, unfortunately, so that sucked. But I'm pretty positive I got that sorted out now, and we are good to go. So, pulling onto the highway real quick. Fun little bush there for you. So yeah, outside of content creation and motorcycles and stuff, I'm a huge fan of cars. Been around cars more than I've been around motorcycles. Very, very big fan of cars and the auto industry, and modifying vehicles, do fun stuff, love it. Cousin owns a Nova. I used to own a Fiat 500 on the Mitsubishi Eclipse, and now I drive a Golf, good old VW Golf. I hope this wind isn't too bad. I do apologize for it's cutting out. Last night I think I got it sorted out, but I'm not 1,000% positive that everything's stuck. I'm hoping it didn't. So I'm gonna turn off here and hit a slower. Actually, let's go this way. Hit a slower road so that I don't have to try to fight the wind noise so much. But yeah, big fan of cars. Been around cars my whole life. Big fan of video games. Those two things kind of go hand in hand. I used to do a lot of sim racing. Played a lot of Forza in my life. Forza 6 especially, Forza 4 especially, were very big parts of my development in life. Big gamer nerd. I grew up when World of Warcraft blew up. I played a lot of World of Warcraft. Still occasionally log in and do a little bit of stuff now, but not nearly as much as I used to. All my friends kind of strayed away from it, and I kind of followed suit in that regard as well. Big fan of board games. My wife and I have a board game collection of over 100 games. I know that's not a whole lot to some people, and I know that sounds like a shitload to others. Definitely not enough to me. I'd love to own a room that's wall to wall for board games and stuff to pick and choose from and whatnot. Love sitting down at the table and just getting to immerse myself in the experience with my friends and family. Very, very lovely experience for me to. Ooh, that's a cool car. Very lovely experience for me to sit down and lose myself with them for a little while, and very good way to be social with each other and communicate with each other and just check in on everyone and see how everyone's doing. Very good developmental thing for the children too. If you're looking for ways to help your kids learn concepts and things like that, math, language, problem-solving skills. The board games are hugely good because it peels them away from the screens for a little bit. And in my experience, they'll complain at first, and then as soon as they get involved with it, they forget that time exists and they have just as much fun as everyone else. So, if your kids are like, I don't like board games, just push them a little bit. They'll change their mind. Anyway, I'm in Indiana. Indiana is a very green, very flat place. We do have all 4 seasons. I don't know if where any of you are going to be, but I know, there are some people that only ever get summer, only ever get winter, only ever get, spring, only ever get fall. So, all 4 seasons here. It's for better or for worse. Summers are over 100 degrees. Winters are sub-zero. That is Fahrenheit. I'm not really sure what that would be in Celsius, but good old America, I guess. Yeah. What else am I interested in? Big fan of guns. Love going pew-pew. Love going out shooting. I'm the kind of person that when I find a thing that I enjoy, I kind of hyperfixate on it and, get super engrossed in what I'm doing and kind of just take things as far as I can and get the full experience out of it that I want to get. So, with the board game stuff, as soon as we discovered that we really enjoyed that, that was kind of all we did for solid years straight. And it was every single night. We'd sit down at the table, what are we playing? After work and stuff like that. For work, my other ride, I know I mentioned that I drive a Golf. I obviously have this CF Moto 450K. For work, I'm in emergency services. I drive an ambulance as my other ride. So we're out here helping people and keeping people safe and treating the ill and transporting the people where they need to go. And before that, before the pandemic, 270Z. Before the pandemic, I used to work for 911 dispatch, so I used to take 911 calls on the daily. So that was very, very important part of my life. It was something that I was extremely passionate about. Outside of music, emergency services are probably my next biggest passion. When I worked for dispatch, I usually worked in the law enforcement section of that, so if someone called and needed police, I would get police out to scene and, assist where I could in that regard. Heard some pretty crazy shit over my life. We have very, very thick skin. I can handle quite a lot of things, lots of traumatic conversations and experiences that I've seen and been through. So, very, very tough egg to crack in that regard, for better or for worse. A little bit desensitized to some crazy shit. But it is what it is. Emergency services, they are, even though it's a very depressing line of work at times, it is a very rewarding line of work and other times. Being able to assist someone who is truly in need is a truly human and magical experience. And yeah. Trees are beautiful today. It's almost fall. We're in September now, so things are starting to yellow up a little bit. We're in a bit of a dry spell. We've been barely getting any rain at all. So, beautiful, beautiful day today. Today is my birthday. I am officially 31 as of today. I don't know if I said 30 earlier when I was ranting and raving and kind of just spitballing stuff for this video specifically. I intend to come at this with much better direction. I want to pin down topics I intend to talk about for each video going forward, but I figured this was a sort of a get to know me kind of video where there wasn't a whole lot of a topic in the first place, just kind of throwing myself out into the void and hoping that I find some people that relate to me and whatnot. So, yeah. Man, this house is out here. Some beautiful, beautiful property. So yeah, I am, like I said, I'm from Indiana. I'm not much of a traveler. I've been to the surrounding states. I've been to Ohio, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee. Been to Tennessee. Have not been to Michigan. But outside of that, I love the familiarity of home. I don't tend to travel far and wide. Travel has never been a big thing for me. I have always kind of had motion sickness, so something that I've had to battle throughout life, and as a result, just haven't been a fan of car rides. And due to some medical issue I had in the past, I am not able to fly due to health concerns, so there is that. I do not fly, unfortunately. Ooh, this road is mostly gravel, so I'm gonna take it nice and careful, which is good, because even less wind noise to deal with. But yeah, so big fan of video games. Like I said, I played some WoW, played some Forza, played some shooter games. I grew up on Counter-Strike. Ooh, there's a dog. Hopefully he doesn't try to come flying out at me. That would suck. Pretty little puppy though. Hi puppy. Cute dog. But yeah, I don't play as much now, but my absolute favorite games of all time are Elden Ring and until very recently, where apparently Gearbox has decided to ruin it, Risk of Rain 2 was one of my all-time favorites. Hoping that they do it justice and get their shit together and do Hapu Games some justice. Hapu deserves better, as do Risk of Rain fans. Risk of Rain is an amazing game. Elden Ring though, oh man, I plan to make Elden Ring a topic at some point, just because I love that game so much. Love the concepts and the stories behind it and the lore, and you know, the gameplay itself is obviously great. You can't have a good story in a bad game, or else you're gonna lose people. So the game itself is great. I was never a fan of Dark Souls though, which is a fun interesting little tidbit if you're a fan of video games. Dark Souls was just never my thing. I always found it too, I don't know, linear, needlessly complicated. And Elden Ring solved that. But the big open world and you decide where you go, and there's less roadblocks that prevent you from going forward, which I love a lot about that game specifically. What else? Talked about music. A big fan of metal and rock, like I said. My favorite band is Northlane. Some of my other favorites are Starset, Deftones, A Perfect Circle. Outside of that, I'm a big fan of electronic music. I grew up on the dawn of the internet, basically, or the modern internet. So I spent a lot of time on this website called Newgrounds. If you're familiar with that, I'm probably carbon dating myself as fucking ancient. But big fan of artists from that era, like Zemrain 47, Corn and Beans, Can Blaster. All artists that have kind of fallen off into the void. Super Green X. Used to play a lot of rhythm games like Dance Dance Revolution and In the Groove and Do So and Pump It Up and stuff like that. So a little bit of a nerd there in me. I'm a massive fan of, I think I said Ren. Ren is a bit of an everything artist, but mostly, I'd say, hip-hop and rap, but he touches a lot on mental illness, and something that very much strikes home for me. I don't think anyone encapsulates that discussion any better than that guy does. He is just absolutely fucking incredible in that regard. I grew up around music a lot. My grandmother was a huge fan of Elvis. She used to review with Elvis when she was alive and when he was alive. And my mother was a huge music fan, so I've been to almost every festival under the sun that she was interested in going to. I've seen a lot of older hair metal bands. I've seen Poison, Kiss, Skid Row. I've seen a lot of other bands, seen like Black Sabbath, Ozzy, Black Label Society. Seen some more modern bands, seen Disturbed, Linkin Park. I could go on for literally fucking forever. I can't even remember a lot of the bands that I've seen at this point. I've been to probably over 100 shows, festivals in my life. I was, the 12-year-old hanging out with Slipknot growing up. And I met Amy Lee from Evanescence when I was younger. Gave her a hug. She walked out down an aisle during a performance and came up and saw me and gave me a hug while she was walking down the aisles during her performance. So that was a lot of fun. I've met all of 30 Seconds to Mars, Jared Leto. Not a big fan of Jared Leto. I love the band. Absolutely loved that band growing up. But Jared Leto put me off of Don't Meet Your Heroes. He was definitely the first time I learned that one. Don't Meet Your Heroes. Man, what an asshole. Shannon's a really good guy. Tomo was a very good guy. I met them when Tomo was still in a band. Absolutely loved Tomo and Shannon. Yeah, met Starset, one of my favorite bands, a couple times. And all of those people are amazing people. Absolutely love Starset. Dustin, incredibly well thought individual. Very humble person as well. Very much talk to anyone, relate to anyone kind of person. Love him and them for that. So yeah, it's almost time for me to head into work now. I've got a few minutes to drive, so I'm gonna probably cut it here, but thank you for coming by and checking it out. I plan to upload more content, like I said, and get started doing more videos and see where YouTube takes me. If you're interested in music stuff, I'm going to throw a Spotify link down below for the stuff that I've done and some stuff that I've worked on. If you're interested in TikTok, I'm going to throw my TikTok down below. That's where I'm most active currently. I do have a lot of TikTok videos already. If you're a fan of photos, photography stuff, mostly motorcycles, I'm going to throw my Instagram there as well. Just I have a link tree, so I'm just going to post that down below. That way you can just go and see everything. I have all my motorcycle content, all of my music content on there for your checking out if you decide you want to. So anyway, I'm going to head off it here for now, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.